the steam whistle can in the bathroom garbage.
Yeah, you like that? I had a really sad shower last night when I got home.
All right.
Mr. Gorbachev.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.
Mr. Gorbachev.
Turn up this podcast.
I'm in this for the money and the pussy, and they're both falling off the trees.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 79 of The
I
Reasonable
think
Doubt.
this is episode 80.
No, this is 79.
Is it?
Yeah. What was 78? Yeah, 78 was the last one.
Oh.
Welcome to episode 79 of The Reasonable Doubt podcast. As always, we are your hosts, Eric C. Griff.
And Chicka J Money.
How you doing?
I'm doing well.
Doing well?
I'm doing well.
Good.
I had a great night last night. I made myself a... So, fellas out there,
You're now listening to the Dude Hour. Dude stuff.
Oh, I have a couple things to go off on this, so we can't do the Dude Hour.
The Dude Hour, as
So-
as opposed to every other hour of this podcast.
Yeah.
I mean, welcome to Extra Dude Hour.
If,
Wow! Ah! Spike TV. Titties. Guy sound effects. Machine gun. That's the fighter jet. All right, welcome to Dude Hour.
America.
America.
Anyway, so... Now I lost my train of thought.
Dude Hour. Last night.
Last night I was going to... Okay, for anyone who cooks, guys who actually cook and are good at it, you know that there's a thing. This applies for dads too, because I've seen my dad do it.
Yeah.
When you go in and you're like, oh, you're the only one who hasn't eaten. You're like, are you guys hungry? And they're like, no. And you're like, hey, girlfriend or wife or whatever, are you hungry? She's like, not at all. I'm stuffed. And you're like, cool. I get to make myself food only for me. So I left immediately.
Are you hungry? No, and you just ran out.
I was like, time to go. I grabbed a ribeye. Which we never buy ribeyes for my house.
because you
They're
can't
too
buy it for
expensive.
two. It's too expensive,
Yeah,
but I can buy it for me.
But I can buy it for myself. I got a ribeye. And then I did shrimp with shiitake mushrooms and red onion for the topping.
Mm-hmm.
What
you
else?
do a little wine on those?
No.
No wine in the house?
Oh, a little red wine in the onion and mushroom. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not insane.
Just saying. You kind of have to.
What else? I did coleslaw as a side, and then I grabbed a cigar and a 6-pack of Corona. And let me tell you, I took me on the best date I've ever been on.
Do you think that hurts, though? Just like all week, you make your girl like the most struggle pasta. Just like noodles and milk and tomato paste. And then you're like, oh, you ate at work on your way home? Cool. And you just spend your whole weekly budget on like
One meal.
sick. I'm having surf and turf because I'm only cooking for me.
Oh. Do you remember what it was like to be single?
Yeah, I was much more broke back then.
Yeah, I didn't have the money to
I didn't
do
have
that.
money.
I ate a lot of rice and beans.
Yeah, your rice and you got like a bad credit card bill once.
Yeah.
And you were like rice and beans, and you did that for a month.
Yeah.
Like a month
Every day.
straight.
Yeah.
You'd go out and see the fresh bowl of beans soaking.
Yeah.
Not even canned beans, dried beans.
Yeah, as cheap as you can get them.
As cheap as you can get them.
It was ridiculous. I saved like every dollar I made for a month.
Yeah.
It was fucked.
I feel like that's what you got to do sometimes, though.
Sometimes you gotta correct yourself.
Yeah, like I was splurgy.
Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna have to do that again.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have to, as a couple, eat rice and beans because of my decisions.
I have to like support you? Like
No, me and the girlfriend.
Oh,
Because she
okay.
didn't get ribeye and shrimp, but
Yeah.
it's rice.
Did
and
she
beans,
just watch you eat it?
Basically, yeah. I gave her a taste of each one,
So she could be like, "Oh, that's really good," and we're like, "Well, you should have been hungry."
Yeah, exactly. So I had that, and then I smoked a cigar, a beautiful Nicaraguan, Magna Maduro,
Okay.
and then
And then just
I had a Corona with a lime in it while I puffed a cigar. Had two
only one.
Coronas.
Okay, I was gonna say one Corona over a full cigar. That's
No, two Coronas.
not enough beer.
I quite like that Anthony Bourdain quote that's floating around.
Which one?
The one where he's like, go to a bar you've never been to.
Yeah.
Have a Negroni. Have two.
Yeah. It's like, eat the... how does it go? There's something about getting the heavy cream. Like, get the pasta with the heavy
I think
cream
I
or
have
something
it in
like
my
that.
phone.
He also said that, like, your body's not a temple, it's an amusement park.
Yes, he is quoted as saying, I love Bourdain. I've been a fan of Bourdain for years, and when he died...
It was
I
much
was
more sad
pissed.
because he offed himself.
Yeah.
And it, like...
He was the oldest living Bourdain, though. His
yeah.
father and grandfather and everything, they all died like that real early.
Yeah.
He outlived most of his family.
But a lot of his jokes were about offing himself. And then in like his specials and stuff, it changed the tone.
He was terribly depressed. His whole
terribly.
life,
And he had like a heroin problem for a while, right?
When he was really young, he had a heroin problem when he worked in New York, and what's that port town out there?
Long Island?
Long Island, I think. No,
Atlantic City?
No, he worked in, like, not in New Hampshire, but
Maine.
something like that, out in Maine or whatever, and he out there he partied too. Here's
Yeah.
a quote. Eat at a local restaurant tonight. Get the cream sauce. Have
Yeah.
a cold pint at 4 o'clock in a mostly empty bar. Go somewhere you've never been. Listen to someone you think may have nothing in common with you. Order the steak rare. Eat an oyster. Have a Negroni. Have two. Be open to a world where you may not understand or agree with the person next to you, but have a drink with them anyway. Eat slowly. Tip your server. Tip your fucking server. Check in on your friends. Check in on yourself. Enjoy the ride. And it's just a picture of him looking like a goddamn beauty. What a great guy.
What a great guy.
I fucking love Bourdain, man.
In the news, Pee Wee Herman died.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah. Which is extra sad for us because that was the first account that all of
we
our
followed.
social media accounts followed. Was Pee Wee Herman.
Yeah.
So rest in peace. We hope he's in the big adult theater in the sky. Just cranking it.
Wow.
I hope he is.
He just died, Josh.
Like a week ago.
That's true.
Extra long by the time this
Something
comes out.
happened that we didn't talk about.
What's that?
I can't remember. There was a big there was a big happening that I noticed we did not speak of.
The UFO thing in front of Congress? Is that what you're thinking about?
What?
The UFO thing in front of Congress?
Well, there's that
Yeah.
they're talking about release, like trickle feeding us some more.
Yeah, they talked more. I'm like a little fucking hamster at the water bottle. For
That's
this
exactly.
UFO shipment.
Yeah, me too.
Just
let
like
me
little
know.
dribbles. Just I want it. I'm here.
I want it, yeah.
I'm waiting. But if you opened it up and dumped it
You'd
all,
fuck me
I'd
up.
drown. Right? I need it little by little.
Yeah.
Just so I can bring it up in front of my fiance, like at all times.
Dude,
Just be like,
it's
you hear about
great.
the UFOs? And she rolls her eyes because she doesn't believe in aliens.
What is with people not believing this?
You can't not believe in aliens. They're real. They absolutely are real.
Dude, I'm glad
Mathematically, they
I'm
have
glad
to
you
be
say
real.
this. My buddy D,
Mm.
he for a long time was like, "You're fucking insane." And then what I told him the one day, because I used to get pissed with him, being like, "How the fuck do you not believe me? This is insane."
They are real.
They're
Here.
real. Yeah, like what the fuck is wrong with you? And so I was like, "Hey, look, the government dropped this thing, like mid-COVID," and I'm like, "Look it up." The Tic Tac thing, right?
Yeah.
Where they start releasing the photos. Well, he comes back to me like a week later. He's like, texts me. He goes, "We need to go for a beer." I'm like, "What?"
To talk about aliens?
He's like, "I don't care when you're done work tonight, but we need to go for a beer after. I have some stuff to talk about." I'm like, "Okay, fuck." I get there. He has a half-hour presentation lined up for me on aliens. And he's like, "I've been diving deep. This is real." I'm like, "I fucking know it's real." I know. Let's go. Let me hear what you got.
I've been thinking, Like, what if the aliens that live among us are just the people that are nut jobs? And they're like because
So
aliens.
what, then I'm an alien?
No. Like real nut jobs.
Oh, like out there.
Out there nut jobs. What if those are the aliens that are trying to fit in, but they don't know how to fit in?
That's
right,
not the case.
right? Like they're like in Men in Black.
No.
They're wearing that guy's skin.
No, that's not the case.
I think it is.
It's not. Now, think about this. Those people...
They're like sampling.
No, those people are just a result of, like, not culling enough of the population.
Okay. No, like I was
It's
walking.
it's a result of, like, reinforcing the safety nets that support the weakest genes. Hold up, can you...
You're doubling down on this, aren't you? Damn.
Can you pass me... What was that book that you suggested to me?
Thus spoke Zarathustra? That
No.
one?
What was that other one? That has all this stuff. That's where I got this. That one you had, remember?
Shut up.
Mein Kampf.
But no, I was walking to work the other day, and there was this guy, like, he didn't look homeless or anything,
Yeah.
right? So I really don't think he was. Like, all of his clothes were, like, clean,
Yeah.
pressed. He looked like he had eaten. You know what I mean?
Maybe
But
he had a
he's-
good night as a homeless guy, but yeah.
Maybe. And he's just, like, chilling there, and he's, like, not really freaking out, but he's, like, kind of, like, bouncing a little. And I walked past him, he was like, man, just up down there in Dover. And I was like, okay.
Man, just what?
Man, just up down there in Dover. Is what he said to me. And he said it at me. He, like, locked eyes with me and said it. It wasn't, like, to the... It was, like, at me. Which, if you were an alien and you had heard... Like, you had only heard English but never spoke it, that might make sense to you. You're, like, imitating it, right? But you don't know because you don't live in our society. So what if they're just, like, wearing his skin?
No. I agree that they're wearing a skin, but I'm not... I'm not sold on the peasant part.
What do you mean?
Like, you can't be a part of our peasant group if you're an alien.
Why not?
I
There's
definitely...
peasant aliens.
No. Not like us.
What do you mean?
No,
Just
we're a
'cause they're
special breed of
Because
enslaved.
they're so advanced to do the space travel that they don't have a peasant class anymore? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, there's no fucking... Not a peasant class like ours. They have guys that have to still do work on the ship. But like, not like us. You know? They don't have guys who are fucking career dishwashers, you know? Like, that's not a thing.
Put some respect on the career
I
dishwasher.
love the career dishwashers, but it's a rough go.
It is a rough go.
Yeah.
That's a
Yeah.
tough life.
It's a tough life.
Look, if you see a career dishwasher at 40, they look 65.
Yeah, because they busted their fucking ass their whole life. I have no disrespect to them at all. Those motherfuckers work their ass off. Same with a career bricklayer. You know what the difference between the two of those is?
Not much.
Not fucking much, man. Spend your whole life working your ass off.
Yeah,
The only
career
difference-
roofer.
Yeah, career roofer. Well,
Oh.
they just like a lot of drugs.
Those guys look like lizards.
Yeah, they have problems with sniffing.
I see. But I mean, fuck, that's such a tough job.
Dude, roofing is. Imagine being a redheaded roofer.
I don't think you could be.
I don't think you could.
I think
be
you
either.
would just die.
Dude, it's a rough job. But that's my point.
Mm-hmm.
There's jobs like that are like, you can live like that and spend your whole life like that. But it's fucking hard.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
It's a hard go.
It's a hard go. Miners
Yeah.
are the same fucking way. Those motherfuckers just die off from random things. They just die.
Yeah, they do. They just
They're like
breathe too
50
much.
year old. Yep, you're dead now.
We're not supposed to breathe the air down there.
No.
We're
That's
not
where
supposed-
hell is.
Why are you getting closer to it?
Yeah, stop
Go away
going
from
towards
it.
Fuck.
One of my notes, I think I was having, I don't know. I was thinking a lot about bears. The animal. And
Not the gay man.
Not the large hairy gay man, but the animals. And like, I'm pretty convinced that if I were to see a bear in real life, I'd probably shit myself.
You think so?
Yeah, and I was working myself up about it because
You
had
never seen a bear in real life?
No,
What?
never seen a bear in
Oh,
real
brother, let's go see bears.
life. No, I'm telling
On
you,
the 16th,
I'm scared
when we
of them.
go, we should stop in and see bears.
Oh, in a zoo? I've seen bears in a zoo.
No. We'll just drive over the Bruce on the way home.
Okay.
Take a little detour.
And go see a bear?
Just go by the landfill. Ask them if you can walk around the landfill.
And they're just vibing in there?
There's fucking black bears everywhere, yeah.
But you had just went bear hunting,
Yeah.
and I just watched The Revenant,
Okay.
right? And I convinced myself that I'm really scared of bears. because,
You're really scared of my favorite animal.
yeah, I can admire them from a distance. But in my head, and I'm probably lying to myself, I could have a fairly even fight or win against a lot of animals. But I know a bear, there's not a chance.
What animals? I want to know.
Like,
Okay, finish the bear thing. Finish
so
the bear.
I'm fucking terrified of bears, and I got myself all worked up, and then I kept having nightmares about bears.
Okay.
Where I would, like, open... Like, we would be out, like, camping or something. Be like, oh, let's go in the cabin and open it up. And it's like, oh, like, right there. Right? And then bears are faster than me. Bears are stronger than me. Bears are bigger than me. Bears are louder than me. Right? Like, what can I do? I can't run. I can't hide because they smell good. Right? They can sniff me out. And then they just fucking kill you in the most painful way possible.
Yeah, you just have to scare them off.
Not a grizzly bear.
Yeah, you just scare them off.
I cannot scare a grizzly bear off.
Why not?
Because I would go, make yourself big.
Yeah, well,
and he
don't
would,
do-
like, with one finger, just like,
Don't
and I'm
do
dead.
a white suburbiate male yell.
Whoa!
Whoa there!
Who goes there?
Stop it!
But then I was
This
having,
is Steeplechase Terrace.
this is a gated community, sir. No, and then I was, like, waking up with sweats, and I couldn't, like, tell... I couldn't tell Brian.
You're having fucking nightmares about bears.
As a man, you can't have nightmares.
Yeah, you can. I have nightmares. I had one this morning.
Yeah, but you can't
You
tell
woke me
people-
up from it. Thank God.
Is that what that was?
Yeah, when you called, that's why I was like.
That's why you were so full of energy.
Yeah, you fucking called and woke me up, and I swear to God, it was like, this kid. This is gonna sound ridiculous now that I'm saying it out loud. A child was chasing me with a tarantula. And telling me it was his pet tarantula, and he was holding him. And the thing was like, no, I just want, like, he's like, he's nice, and then he'd like keep
Throw it at you.
Yeah, terrified of
Yeah, dude.
fucking spiders. I have
You, as a
arachnophobia
grown
real
man,
bad.
you can't have nightmares
That and
because then
birds.
people just laugh at you. And like, am I supposed to, like, curl up on my girlfriend's chest and be like, can you rub my hair till I fall back asleep? Because there's bears in my dreams. Like, what am I supposed to do?
Well, that was a suitable option.
That was a suitable option, but she'll never look at me the same.
No.
If I do that.
No.
She's gonna come home one day and she's gonna be having her, like, she's gonna have, like, an existential crisis and be like, what kind of man am I with? What am I hitching myself to? And then it's
What
me
have
just
I
like,
done?
I had a bad dream. About a stupid thing. Like, I'm not gonna encounter a bear in day-to-day life.
You could.
Like, I'm not gonna, like...
I'm gonna bring a bear here. I wonder
I'm
how
not
much
gonna,
it
like,
is to
get in
rent
my
a bear.
car one day and there's gonna be a bear in the passenger seat.
I wonder how much it is to rent a bear.
Probably a lot.
Dude, what would you
Well, 'cause
do
a guy-
if we were recording and I was like,
If you
and
brought a
have
bear into my
someone
apartment,
walk
I'd
into
kill
a
you.
Would
Yeah.
you really?
I'd kill you.
What?
You can't bring a bear in here.
Why not? It'd be so funny.
For the bit, the cameras wouldn't even pick it up. They're pointed the other way.
Dude,
It'd be a
I would
waste
turn my camera. I would be like, yeah. You seriously would be mad
Christian,
if I brought
if a bear came in this door, we had no exit strategy.
No, like, it'd be fine.
I'd jump.
You what?
It's like 4 stories. I could live that. I would jump.
Are you fucking,
No
You're
hesitation.
that scared? You would freak the fuck
Dude,
out.
I've worked myself up. I've never seen a bear and I'm fucking terrified of them.
Oh, what
But,
if he came in on a leash?
Who's holding it?
I am some guy.
Some guy. Now there's a guy here with his bear.
Yeah, he's like a
I don't
pet
want the bear guy to come over.
Why?
Because he's fucking... That guy's got to be weird.
Dude, as soon as we
Exotic
get enough
animal
money,
guys are
As soon
weird.
as we get enough money for like a big studio,
Bringing a bear.
I'm bringing a bear.
Please don't. I'll bring tarantulas. I'll bring like
That's
6.
fucked up, Josh. Those can't be controlled. You can't put the leash on a
You
fucking
can
tarantula.
control a tarantula much better than you can control a bear.
How? They're impenetrable. You can't even squash them.
Just put a piece of Tupperware over it.
Bro.
Like, come on.
Yeah, but who's stacking Tupperware all the time?
Well, I would be the Tupperware guy if I brought you a tarantula.
That's fucked up.
I don't think tarantulas just bite either. I think they're kind of chilling most of the time.
Nah, dude, I would shit my pants if there was a tarantula. I'm not even joking. I think I would pass out from an anxiety attack and like maybe have a heart attack.
No, this is what I'll do. There'll be a clown. He comes in and he's vacuuming. And then he's like, oh, Christian, look at this hose. And he'll put it near your mouth and there'll be a tarantula in there.
Oh, what the fuck, dude?
That's all your fears.
Yo, I'd punch the clown in the face. Which weird, clowns I'm really scared of, but I have an instant, like my instant urge is to attack the clown.
To neutralize the threat.
Yeah, like kill the clown.
Either I kill the clown or he kills me,
Yeah,
but we're
like,
not waiting around.
No, yeah, like the one time that I was at the flea market and a clown came up behind me and was like, whoa, and I fucking clocked him right in the jaw.
You punched a clown.
Dude, I hammered a clown.
Okay, I don't get why people
Like,
think
I'm not joking. I put him on his fucking, like a grown man. I was like 14 and I put him on his ass.
Because he wasn't expecting to get hit. What is it about clowns? Because they don't scare me at all.
Because there's no database. There's no database for the clowns. They don't have a consistent makeup. You don't know who's under there. It could be a fucking pedophile, like a registered sex offender dressed up as a clown.
So you're scared on the chance that there's a pedophile.
I'm scared. Or a murderer. You have no idea how hard
The clown doesn't change that. Someone could just be a murderer or a pedophile.
I'll take my chances with the regular public. You can usually see who's too dumb to kill, you know? Slack jaw. Kind of fucking...
I don't get the clown thing. I think they're nice.
Dude, I don't like them.
They're whimsical people.
They're not. They fucking come up to you and I'm like, get the fuck away from me. Like, what the fuck is wrong with
And
you?
they squirt you with water out of their flower.
Yeah, and you're asking to get dummied.
Clowns, man. I don't get... And a lot of people are scared of clowns. I think most people are scared of clowns.
It's freaky. Yeah, I don't know why they're a thing.
They're whimsical.
They're not whimsical. They're
fun.
horrifying.
They're fun people.
Have you not seen It or anything like that?
Yeah, I've seen it, but that's
what they're like. They want to eat you.
That's what they're like.
They seem like motherfuckers that would be cannibals for like a fun pastime, you know?
How hungry would you have to be to eat a human?
Starving in the Andes.
Specifically there?
Yeah, I'm on board with what happened on that
What
flight.
if you were like 2 days no food? Not starving.
No, I wouldn't eat a person 2 days.
The person's already dead.
No. 2 days no food? No.
I would be cranky after 2 days of no food.
Cranky?
I would be hangry.
Yeah,
That's
sure,
what the
I would
girlies
be
call
too,
it.
but I wouldn't eat a person.
No? If they were already dead and within a day it's going to spoil.
You just cook it then. Don't eat it.
Just in case, like you
Just
get more
in case,
desperate?
Yeah. See how bad things get. That I could do.
Yeah?
Yeah, it'd be really fucked up. I wouldn't want to butcher a person. They're gross.
It's got to be pretty close to a pig, though.
No, people are disgusting little monsters.
What do you mean?
They're just gnarly, dude. I wouldn't want to cut into a person.
You say this like you have.
No.
Like you know what the inside is
No,
like.
but I've butchered, like, fucking most of the animals I can think of in my life.
Yeah?
Yeah, like,
And then what makes humans so nasty in
they're
comparison?
disgusting creatures.
We
Look
shower
at how,
and stuff.
look at how they live. I don't want to cut in. I don't even want that
You're
on
just
my
scared you're
fucking
going to cut
knife.
in. There's going to be an alien in there.
No, I'm scared I'm going to be like, oh, God, we're grosser than I thought.
You like puncture the lung and this person was a smoker.
I'm like, I'm not even going to get it. Exactly. I don't even want to get into that shit. Like, I guess you're taking off like a thigh. And I'd be like, oh.
That would be the best meat, right? Like need a hip.
I would assume, I guess, on like, oh.
Entertain it, Chris. What's the
This
best
is
cut?
fucked-
What's the best cut of human?
No, I can't. That's
Or
gross.
that muscle that runs up the spine? That'd probably be pretty good.
Jesus Christ.
No?
This makes me want to die. Ugh.
You're that adverse to it, eh?
Yeah, people are gross, man. I would not. I don't even morally object to it. It's just disgusting.
That people are gross.
Yeah, people are fucking gross.
You'd wash it.
Dude, let me tell you, okay? In my life, I've hunted and fished.
Hunted and fished.
Hunted
and fished.
Hunted and fished. I've hunted and fished my entire life.
Yeah.
And I can tell you that there is a purity to animals that humans aren't even remotely near.
Really?
You pull a fish out of the water, that fish has done nothing
Well,
but
his whole life is a bath.
he's spent his whole life doing his job.
Okay.
A fucking deer has spent his whole life doing his job. They don't indulge in things. They fucking do what they're supposed to do and they live this nice, clean life.
What's wrong
for
with
the
indulge?
most
You
part.
just
Aside
indulged
from like
last night.
squirrels and that shit that are in the city, they're
Dolphins.
disgusting. But I'm just saying, like, they eat clean diet and they don't fuck with themselves. Humans, can you imagine fucking dissecting your local Tim Hortons employee? Like, I'm just saying.
I think that's what separates us from the animals. We get
We're
little treats.
Yeah,
We get to have little
like
treats.
cigarettes and alcohol. Like, you know what I
Chewing
mean? That's what I
tobacco.
think of. Like, okay, a fucking deer, I eat the liver,
Mm.
right? You couldn't eat a person's liver. It would make you sick.
Yeah, it definitely would.
It would make you sick.
Well, you wouldn't eat the liver. I don't think you'd eat the sweet meats.
What do you mean?
Like, you wouldn't eat the organs of a human. You just
There's
go.
no way, because they'd be disgusting.
Yeah.
But those organs are filtering shit out from the muscle tissue.
Yeah, so
which
the
means the
muscle's
muscle
clean.
tissue is also
No,
disgusting.
because the filters are doing
No,
their
because
job.
the filters aren't 100%. They're not 100%.
They're pretty good.
They're pretty good, but they're not 100%. And so why are all our organs just destroyed? Lungs fucked by just regular like carbon emissions in the atmosphere, as
Yeah.
well as smoking. Your stomach and digestive tract's gonna be a disaster from
Hot
processed
sauce.
food, hot sauce, shit like that.
Black coffee.
Yeah. Your spleen, probably terribly unhealthy. I can't imagine what gets converted into urea. And then, what? Your fucking liver is going to be destroyed from alcohol consumption, as well as a ton of processed food consumption. Like, it's just terrible.
Mm-hmm.
You can't have those.
Well, I mean, in an ideal world where this person that you're
No.
eating...
I
No?
can't talk about this. I can't do this.
All right, what do
You're
you got for
fucking
me this
up.
week?
You're fucking me up.
I
Speaking of carbon emissions, I did learn something interesting actually.
Okay.
In our province,
Mhm.
do you know what makes up just over half of all of the carbon emissions for our province?
Ooh, let me guess. Is it going to be something I could guess, or is it way out there?
You could probably guess it.
Farming.
No.
Transport trucks.
Nope. I'll give you one last guess.
One more guess.
It's two companies.
It's two companies.
Yeah.
Bruce Power.
Nope.
No.
No. Nuclear energy is very clean.
Okay, well, I figured the other aspects of that company.
No.
Two company. Walmart.
Nope.
What?
DeFasco Steel in Hamilton and Algoma Steel in Sault Ste. Marie make up over half of
Yeah,
the
their coke
province's.
plants are crazy.
Yeah, they make up over half of the province's carbon emissions. So, like steel, I wasn't aware steel production is horrific.
It's nasty.
They use coal.
Yep.
They still burn coal.
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
They burn coal, and then I think you superheat the burnt coal, and it becomes something called coke. Pretty sure that's what it is. And then you can burn it again, and it's dirty.
Yeah, that's fucked.
Yeah. Steel production is fucked.
It's horrific.
It's horrific.
Yeah. like I was actually shocked when I looked into this. I'm like, wait, those are two plants. That's not even two companies like a Walmart that has a bunch of locations.
Mm-hmm.
Those
Two
are
plants.
two individual plants.
Yeah.
They make up over half of the entire province. Oh, that's more than Toronto, more than Ottawa. The whole fucking province is two plants make up half of our carbon emissions.
Yeah. But steel is essential.
Yeah, but bro, how many people do Algoma and DeFasco really employ?
Tons.
I guess like Algoma.
There's a DeFasco.
Algoma probably employs like over half of the city of Sault Ste. Marie.
Yeah, that's true. And then the other half is the mob.
And well, in Italian pizza shops.
Yeah, that's the mob. Yeah, they're all fronts. How many Italian pizza shops can one small town really...
It's not a small town, it's a big city.
Yeah? How many people?
Like 80,000, 90,000.
Big city. It's the big city. Yeah, with 40,000 Italian pizza shops. It's a front, brother.
No, it's not.
I'm just saying.
What are they doing up there?
Gambling. Going, oh, bada boopy.
Wow.
What?
We have Italian listeners that would be insulted by
That's
that.
not Italians, that's people in the mob.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm not saying all Italians. If I were saying all Italians.
Hold up. Sault Ste. Marie, 76,000. That's way
So
less.
even less. 4,000 people died since you mentioned it. You're fucking killing people in the Sault.
Yeah.
Isn't the U.S. side also called Sault Ste. Marie?
Yeah.
That's craziness. Can you cross there?
Yeah, Sault, Michigan. Yeah, Sault, Michigan and Sault, Canada.
It's fucking weird town.
It's not. But anyway. It's not. It's a great place.
It's a great place.
Yeah, I love it.
Okay. I've never been.
I haven't been up to the Sault in eons, but I remember liking it.
Mm-hmm.
And I like all the people I've met from there.
That guy?
Huh?
That one guy?
No, I know a bunch of people from
Oh,
the Sault.
okay.
Yeah. Okay. So I've got another thing for you. Something I've been noticing.
Mm-hmm.
I go over to a guy's house to do some work. Some fucking grade A quality toxic masculinity.
Yep.
Just outlandish douchebaggery.
All the time.
Right? But I go, like, to fix his shit, which is always some basic fix. It's like, how the fuck didn't you fix this yourself? And then he opens his garage, and it's like, there's not a tool in sight.
Yeah.
It's just a hangout zone for him and his buddy.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's got man cave signs everywhere, and, like, signs in the house saying towards the man cave. And
That's
it's like,
the cringiest shit.
bro, it's like, don't alpha fucking toxic masculinity me when you can't even fix your shit, dude. Like, you're fucking
Also,
there's no tools in your garage. What the
I'm
fuck is
so
wrong with
alpha that my man zone is in the garage because I'm not allowed to put my stuff up in the house.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you're playing onto a stereotype of, like, the guy's spot being the shop.
Yeah.
But it's not a shop. You just have a bougie little living room in your garage.
Yeah, where you can drink beer and
smoke.
Talk about
Yeah.
titties if you say it quiet enough that your wife can't hear.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what
It's
I mean?
like, bro, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, but those are the first guys to tell you that toxic masculinity doesn't exist.
Yeah, it's insane.
It is insane.
It's been really bad. I've had it happen a couple times in the last few weeks.
I think it's so sad when guys have, like, the man cave.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, this office is, like, my area of the house,
Yeah.
right?
It's not a man cave.
But it's not a man cave. You know what I mean? When it's like the fucking... I don't have pictures of titties up on the wall. I could.
Like,
It's not a bad idea.
if I had... I'm going to be honest. If I had a garage, it would be my area of the house.
Yeah.
It would be full of tools. I'd probably have a picture, like, at least a titty calendar up.
For the bit.
Yeah, just because it'd be funny. And then...
Like, no one's looking at a titty calendar and getting off.
No, it's just like, titties.
It's like,
Yeah, you're like, titties. And you walk away and that's it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you can't stare at it for too long.
No,
no
one's
one's
weird.
Then it is weird, especially if, like, you got people over and you're just, like, staring at the titty calendar.
Titties.
I've been staring at this one for 23 days. I can't wait to see what September has to offer.
So fun.
Yeah, I always find that so sad, and they're like 45, and they're like, yeah, this is man cave. Just got the PlayStation, put it in here.
Yeah, like,
Yeah, like, okay.
thanks.
Like, why couldn't that go on the other TV? Well, I'm not allowed to play video games in the living room. Oh, okay. Yeah, you big man.
Yeah.
You're not allowed, right?
Yeah, you're the big dog.
Yeah, you're the big dog. It fucks
just-
with the live, laugh, love sign and the big sign in the kitchen that says eat.
It just weirds me out that they're like, so, it is true, like, toxic masculinity.
Because they're trying to be masculine, but in a traditional sense, they're not really. Like, they don't get the, like, good parts of masculinity, which is, like, or the good parts, which is, like, the independence and, like, that kind of stuff. They're just...
Independence, capability.
They're just picking the parts of masculinity that are annoying.
Yeah.
Which is the, like, the fucking anger.
Yeah.
And the, like, I won't talk about my feelings. You know what I mean? It's all the bad parts. That's the parts they like.
It just, I don't know.
You know what I mean?
It's-
There's definite bonuses to masculinity. Like, there's good things in masculinity.
Oh, for sure there is, man. Like, I don't know. I think it's ridiculous. I just find it ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's not, but I find it ridiculous that I go over to a place and you talk about how you're the man of the house and you're like, I'm the man. I do all the man stuff here. I take out the garbage. And you're here to fix this thing because I can't fix anything.
Yeah.
It's like, I have no problem with a dude. I have no problem going to a guy's house and he's like, yeah, man, I'm not handy. I'm a computer guy. I'm like, fair enough. And I'm here to fix your shit. His thing is that he's got a fucking little office and he does way more computer stuff than I know about.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
But he doesn't pretend like he can fix everything. He's just like, yeah, man, like, I'm a computer guy. I'm not a fucking tools dude. And it's like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
And then he's like, have at her. This is what's wrong. But if I go to your house and you work like some weird warehouse job and you think you're fucking real tough and handy and you're telling me how this is broken and what's wrong with it, but I haven't seen a tool since I walked in the door.
Yeah.
That's when it's like,
Well, I'm immediately like skeptical when some guy does the whole "I'm the man of the house" act.
yeah, it's like,
You know what a real man does? Shuts the fuck up about it.
yeah, just sits there in silence.
And like, yeah, you're the man of the house, then act like it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? A
Yeah.
real man can recognize his faults. And if I was talking about this yesterday, I don't know dick about plumbing.
Yep.
That's why I would never do any plumbing work on my own. I would call a professional.
Like
And-
me.
Like you. Because if you fuck up plumbing,
Yeah.
like you're in a really bad time.
Yeah, it can
It's
be.
it's gonna be it's same thing with like electric work.
Sparkies, yeah.
Yeah, like I'm not gonna fuck with that because I could just like end my shit right here if I fuck it up, right? Or
Dude.
burn something down.
Yeah.
There's pros for certain things. That's why we live in a society so people can specialize
So
and be really good at certain
I actually
things.
wanted to talk about this. I feel like you definitely are. We've done this where we both work in careers where like everyone feels like it's totally acceptable for them to challenge your credentials
Always.
all the time.
All the time.
Okay? Like, I'm going to say the podcast we do this comedy, right?
Yeah, hilarious.
Right?
We're so good at this.
But it's like completely subjective. Despite me being the one who put all the work into this, like, no, I'm saying like in a conversation between me and someone else who's not us.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Okay.
I'm the one
It's like,
who's
damn.
done. No.
Wow.
You put a fuckload of work into this. I'd say you put more work into this. Okay. So if I'm in a conversation with some dude, it's like, oh yeah, I'm the one who's done all the stuff with this. And they're like, yeah, but you could do better like this. It's like, have you ever fucking done a podcast? No? Then you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You're like, shut the fuck up, dude. You know how many hours of my life I've dedicated to this? Like, fuck.
Well, it's like there's a bunch of stuff that people don't realize. And like, you know that show The Bear
Yeah.
that comes out? It's about kitchen work. I didn't mind the show. I liked the show. I thought it was fine. Now everybody thinks they know what goes on in a professional kitchen. And it's not.
It's insane.
It's not-
I was going to say cooking is the other thing.
Yeah. It's like, well, you should have just done this and then added this and then you could put this in there and you could do it this way. And it's like, dude, cooking at home and cooking a menu are completely different things, but I don't have the time to explain the
Yeah.
intricacies of keeping an inventory and ordering and making sure reliable product shows up and then making sure your entire team knows how to make this thing the exact same way every single time. I don't have the time to explain to you because all you did was watch the dude from Shameless in a white chef coat go, yes, chef, hurt chef, and that's all you think it is.
Dude,
it's not that at all.
I've started making a point of calling people out because I started getting frustrated with this. I'll call people out if they comment on the food or what they think should be changed about the food. I'll be like, what do you do for a living?
Yeah.
Like every time, like, what do you do for a living? And the one time, the guy was like, I'm an accountant. I was like, oh.
How
He
about
was
you
kind of a
count
douche.
these nuts?
He was
on your
kind
tray?
of a douche, and I was like, oh, an accountant. Okay. And then his wife's like, oh, yeah, I was a housewife. And then I just kind of stood there and was like, huh. And she goes, honey, maybe we shouldn't comment on the food. And I'm like, one of you picked it up. One of you picked up what I was putting down there.
if there's general like comments and critiques, like I'll
Sure.
hear them, but I don't have to listen to them. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
When you're telling me that you think the sauce should have been more green on a fucking Aussie chicken penne, okay, Mr. Accountant, What the fuck are you? It's not green at all, you fucking moron. What the fuck?
I liked your
No.
restraint there. You were gonna say another word.
Yeah, you're welcome. I don't want to be uncouth with these fucktards.
It is funny. I don't know what it is about people, but I think I catch myself doing it sometimes too, where you just think you have so much more knowledge than you have.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because no one wants to be the dumb guy who doesn't know what's going on, but everyone kind of is the dumb guy.
Yeah, if it's not your thing.
If it's not your thing, like you could be in a room of 5 people who have no fucking clue about like train engineering or
Yeah.
fucking hydropower plants. No idea about any of those things, but if it gets brought up, everybody's got a little something to say.
Yeah,
right?
why?
Like, and it's like because no one wants to be the one guy that. But it is like a. I think it's a good quality to be able to sit there and be like, I have no clue about this certain topic, and just be the guy that's like, I'm not going to give an opinion because I don't know.
I have a friend that I will say has a mechanic shop. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
I have seen him on more than one occasion sit there quietly and been like, "Oh, what do you think?" And he's like, "I have no idea. I don't know anything about it." And I've always been like, "That's a super nice trait of a human being."
Yeah.
You know?
I
Like-
think there's one quote that's like, better to have some people think that you're an idiot than open your mouth and get rid of the illusion or something like that.
Then confirm that you're
Then
an idiot.
confirm that you're a fucking moron.
Yeah.
Because you never know. Someone could be a specialist in that thing.
Yeah.
And that is so fucking embarrassing.
Dude, when they're like, "No, you're 100% wrong."
Yeah, and you're like, you've got no way to like push back. You're like, yeah, I probably am.
Yeah.
You just like say you don't know at the start, man. God,
Yeah.
that is a fucking social nightmare for me. That's happened a few times.
Has it?
Yeah, where I've like totally pretended like I knew something I didn't, and someone
They're
there
like,
did know, and
no.
they're like, no, and you just like, oh,
And you're like, "Fair enough."
that's not how it is at all. And
Yeah.
you're like, oh shit, all right,
Dude, so it's
call me
weird.
out.
I was gonna say, my one thing I've noticed is trades. There's a bunch of trades where people seem to not, like, they're like, no, that's a trade that I don't understand.
Mm-hmm.
Cooking, no. People want to chime in. They think they get it.
They think they get it.
Plumbing, people fully think they understand plumbing. Yeah. I'm going to tell you something. Here's something I've heard repeatedly. I'm pretty sure you've said this to me. People say this to me all the time. And then it's like, why are you chiming in? Because this proves to me you have zero understanding of what happens.
Was it something I say to get you mad?
No.
Oh, okay, damn.
No, it wasn't you. It was one of our friends. And I was
Okay.
like, that's insane. And I explained why. And they were like, that is insane. And I'm like, yeah, not at all. No. They were like, I turned off. What did I say? I turned off the water to the house or something. And they asked me about the drain lines.
Mm-hmm.
And they were like, well, how do we make sure that the water doesn't come out of the drain line? And I was like, what? And I'm like, they're not the same system. And they're like, well, it's all the water, though. And people say this, and I'm like, no. Your water is supplied to a tap under a pressurized metal pipe. It's under, like, good pressure.
Yeah.
And then it comes out, and there's this open air called a sink.
Mm-hmm.
And
Or
then
a tub.
Or a tub. And then
I
it
know.
goes down the drain, and it goes away immediately. And, like, the drain is not pressurized. It's just a vessel to move it out of the way. It's a channel,
Gravity.
right? And explain that to people, and they're like, so if you cut this black plastic pipe, I'm like, there's no water in there. There shouldn't be.
There shouldn't be.
And they're like, well, how? And it's like, because it's not the same. Like, how do you not understand that one side of it's pressurized and then it's open? Like, if it was pressurized, the top of your drain would explode water all the time. That's fucking moronic.
Remember last week when I was talking about
People not understanding it? I know, but so anyway,
pressurized system to drain line?
I'm just saying they're totally different. But it's like, this is my point, is people chime in on this, and I'm like, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. But I've noticed certain stuff people won't touch, with a fucking carpenters. I'm so sorry for those guys. Everyone thinks they know how to woodwork. Mm-hmm. Sparkies, no one ever fucking comments to them.
No.
No one says a word.
No. It's because electricity to most people is magic.
It's magic. That's exactly. That's
magic.
exactly what I was gonna say. Is I think that they walk up and the electrician's like, "Oh yeah, okay," and they start doing something, and the homeowners are like,
All I'm seeing is like a blue robe with like a hat, and he's got his wand. It's your amperage was low. Got to bring that voltage up. Now it's a 240 volt, and I'm like, oh, perfect, good.
Yeah,
my magic light system works. Thank God,
dude. They literally, every time I see him go into a house, the homeowner's like, "Do your thing." I'm like, "Where's my fucking treatment like that? Do your thing. I'm here to do my thing." You're like, some 85-year-old man wants to walk me downstairs and show me his furnace because he has a plumbing leak, and it's like, you don't even fucking understand what's going on here.
no, okay, because this is the thing. That old man was that guy. There's plumbing has been there his whole life. He remembers electricity being invented. So it's magical to him. If there was like a new thing, like it was like gotta get your like a plasma system worked on, because I don't know, but we need plasma in the house now. Like, oh, the plasma tech's coming. I'm like, do you think?
Yeah, you would. I'd be like, I don't
know anything about this.
You know what? It's still magical to me. I understand how it happens. Most of it. Mm-hmm. I understand how the vast majority of the system works, but I still consider it magical. Cars.
What, that they're magical?
Cars are magical.
They are. It's really, really cool how we've decided to make that work.
Yeah, we decided a long time ago that we were going to collect dead dinosaurs from under the ground.
Blow them up.
Yeah. Bring them up to the surface, explode them.
Inside a big metal box that sucks air in.
And then turn that into spinning tires that go at crazy speeds.
Yep.
And you can steer it. That's fucking insane.
Yeah. It is like, especially at the start, could you imagine what it would be like? Like, there were no laws or regulations on this kind of shit. You would just like, because before cars, streets were for like horses and carts and like people to walk on.
Yeah.
Like, and then cars happened, and we eventually had to get people off the roads, because the roads just used to be for people.
Yeah.
And we had to get people off the roads because these things were flying through cities at like, even back in the day, like 50K.
Yeah. 40,
which was
50.
like unimaginable.
That was crazy.
That was crazy fast. There were no like stoplights or anything. These things just fucking ripping
Dude, isn't
through
that
town.
fucked that they used to like? There was no infrastructure for it. If you got in a car, you could.
There
just
were no
go.
lanes.
You just go.
It would be like if you had a horse and a buggy.
Yeah.
But the horse and the buggy obviously isn't going to gallop through town because the horse knows better.
Yeah.
But this thing is at full fucking speed.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
I think it was like Boston had the first two cars that were in Boston got into a car accident.
What?
Yeah. It was like, there were like two cars in the whole city when cars were like first a thing. It was like the two richest guys in town were able to get cars, and they hit each other.
Did they die?
No.
Probably not doing 50.
No. But that's the thing too. It was just like a big metal box full of knobs and
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Have you ever seen How to Drive a Ford Model T?
It's fucking weird. Well, you gotta crank it at the front, right, to start it?
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of shit. And like,
There's like a choke you gotta use.
I'm not even gonna pretend like I know, because I don't. What I know is that you can't just buy a Ford Model T and drive it like a car, because you have to know how to drive a Ford Model T. You have to understand, like, there's a different way to drive them. They don't drive like normal cars.
Yeah, it seems like a fucking nightmare.
Yeah, there's stuff to do. Like, there's a fucking
There's
list
a ton of
shit
stuff
to
to
do.
do.
Yeah. And like how they engage, engage and disengage. Like, you know how our clutch engages and disengages? They have to do all that.
Yeah, it's like a
as they're
two-handed-
driving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is actually fucking bonkers.
It's crazy.
And I love the horns they put on those cars back then. No, the little like squeeze ball.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So good.
How loud was a Model T, do you think?
It's not that loud.
No?
It would sound like
Like a lawnmower?
no, it's quieter than the lawnmower.
Okay.
Because they didn't get that high of an RPM, so it'd be like yeah.
Oh, okay.
It sounded like a shitty little dirt bike, like an old school dirt bike, without the ability to like get it.
Yeah.
You know.
You know what's crazy? Like, you think about it, like, if you're walking on a street and there's like 30 cars going by, it's not really that loud.
It is, though.
It is. But could you imagine in like the 60s how loud
man.
that would have fucking been?
So true. It would have been... Can you imagine late 60s, everyone driving fucking muscle cars?
Yeah.
Or early 70s, once everyone had one?
Yeah. Like, you hear one of them go down the street, you can like pick it out from the other cars. You're like, oh, someone's driving something loud.
Yeah, oh, I
But
hear
like
a Mustang.
every car was that loud.
Dude, that'd be
It would be
fucked.
like this constant drone of just like all the time.
Yeah.
That'd be nuts.
I've decided a life goal, speaking of this.
Just get a
that-
muscle car.
I'm going to get a 64 imp.
You should do it when you're like 40.
I want a 1964 Chevy Impala. Like, there's nothing
Oh
else.
my
I
God.
want an imp.
A 6
I want an
foe?
imp. Yeah.
You want to get a 6.4.
A 64 Impala is one of the most beautiful cars ever made. That and like a...
What are you from, Compton?
Bro, they're beautiful. Have you ever looked at one?
I have looked at one. It's
Take a
like
look
one of
at
the
a
most
six-
iconic cars of all time. Of
Yeah,
course I've
it's
looked-
beautiful.
It is beautiful.
I think I would get airbags in them to go from like slightly lowered to regular height or like a little above regular
I
height.
need a low rider.
No, I don't want hydraulics. I want like airbags. What?
I can't see it.
Bro,
I can't see it.
they're cool.
You're gonna do...
A 64 Impala would be sick, dude.
It would be cool.
Yeah, I want
But
that.
just not lowered.
I want that.
Just
and
don't
I want,
lower it.
I want. I think the other one's a 57. A 57 Chevy Bel Air with the wings on it.
I like the Bel Air idea better.
Yeah, I want it mint green with white trim and leather, cream leather interior.
Cream leather interior.
Yeah.
I like your
And
Bel
I'll get a
Air
full
idea
sleeve.
better.
I'll get 2 full sleeves if I make that car.
But full sleeves of what?
Full sleeve
Oh,
tattoos. Yeah.
This really has been the dude.
Yeah.
I'm talking about cars,
Yeah.
man caves, swinging
What do
tools.
you, what's your dream car?
dream car? I shouldn't have to think this hard on it.
My other dream car is a 911. But I think it's an 89 911 turbo.
Okay.
Okay. What are your dream cars?
I don't know, like a big boat Cadillac.
Just like an old school Eldorado?
Just like, yeah, like an Eldorado with like horns on the front. I really like El Caminos and Rancheros.
Really?
I love them.
I mean, I like
Good.
the El Caminos.
I like an El Camino with a 2.4 of light beer in the back.
Jesus.
You know what in the back. I'm not drinking it, but like the aesthetic of
Yeah.
it. You know what I mean? That'd be pretty fucking sick.
These are easily attainable dreams.
They are easily
Yeah, you
attainable
can buy
cars.
a
I just
fucking
want
El
I want a
Camino.
white trash car.
Oh, dude. Lincoln Town Car.
Yeah, Lincoln Town car. What are they called? Fucking a Fifth Avenue.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Fifth
love
Ave.
a Fifth Ave.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I like it. See, I like them, but I would just get one. That's not a dream for me. I will get one.
Yeah,
Like, I'll get an El Camino at some point just to fuck around with it.
yeah, it'd be fun.
Yeah,
Like it's all the convenience of a car with the convenience of a truck.
exactly.
Like how much shit are you really hauling? Like
I
you
haul
are
a
different,
lot.
but how much shit would I realistically haul?
You should see the back of my truck right now.
I know it's
haul
full
a lot
of
shit.
wood and a bear skull.
Yeah,
That's good. I got a question for you.
go for it.
So when you're wiping your ass, do
Okay.
you fold the toilet paper or do you scrunch it?
I always fold.
You fold.
Don't ever scrunch.
I scrunch.
You just scrunch it up
I
into a
scrunch
ball?
it up into a ball.
That's fucked up.
What, do I have time to sit there and like fold my toilet
I
paper?
fold it. I'm quick, man. Done.
Wait, hold on. You did a hand motion. Do you wrap it around your fingers?
No.
Oh, okay. I was gonna fucking
half.
no. How many squares do you think you use?
Probably 8 per.
Yeah, I'd say 8 per. That's realistic.
Yeah.
I smack the top of the roll, spin it.
Do you? Oh, I measure it out.
You measure it,
and then I pull it back up to the top,
and that's your first
and
fold.
then-
You fold it, really?
Always fold it and leave the rough side out so that it collects
the
more poop.
rough side?
Yeah, always.
There's no rough side.
There's
It's
a
not
soft, smooth
tinfoil.
side and a rough side.
No, there's
Yes,
not.
there is.
There's so not. Don't get my toilet paper.
Stay there.
I think it says a lot about how someone shits. There he goes. Can't be wrong, this guy. Got to prove himself right every single time. There he is.
This is the smooth side, and
Okay.
that is the rough side.
It's just paper. Look. Motherfucker, you're right.
Yeah, I know I'm right. There's a smooth side and a rough side.
Oh.
See? Smooth
It's where the dents go, and you wipe.
and rough. I always wipe with the roughs. Where is it? You can't tell very well on here.
How the fuck do you learn this?
I don't know. I just pay attention in life.
I just pay attention to things, and then you fold like that?
Yeah.
Huh.
That's what I do every single time. I just grab it. 1, 2.
The amount of people I've
And
talked
I
to...
always like to offset a little bit.
A little more of the grip.
Yeah, so you can...
Oh, there you go. The people I've talked to, it's about 50-50 scrunch or fold.
That's fucked up. That's not okay.
What's wrong with the scrunch?
It's disgusting.
It's not disgusting.
You can't just scrunch it up.
I
How
scrunch
much
up.
toilet paper do you use?
About 7 or 8.
So that's not even enough. You must get it on your fingers all the time. Ew, do you? Get it on your fingers? No. Oh,
I never get shit on my
new fingers. You have to.
You know what? I told a couple people that I was going to bring this up to you today,
What?
and everyone said that you were a shower after pooping kind of guy.
Yeah. That's fair.
Every time you shit, take a quick rinse.
Yeah, like a lot of them.
A lot of them, yeah.
I time my shits for my showers.
Yeah.
So I shit in the morning, I shit at night, and I shower after each of them.
Yeah.
But like if I take a shit during the day, there's nothing I can do.
Yeah. You know what the worst feeling is?
Why? Hold up. No, hold up.
What?
Why am I a shower after shit guy? What does that mean?
That you're just trying to think of a really nice way to put this. You really care about your hygiene and making sure everything is just so.
Are you calling me OCD?
I'm not calling you OCD. I'm calling you...
Preppy? What's
Preppy's closer.
what?
I mean, dude, you're the only guy I know that fades his tummy hair.
What are you trying to say?
I'm just saying.
I care about hygiene.
You care about hygiene, but everything has to
Both
be...
my parents are medical professionals.
I'm just saying.
I didn't
like,
choose to be like this.
your body hair has to be a certain way. You have to take 2 showers a day. You never let your facial hair go too long or unkept. It would make sense that you shower after every poop. And you know what? You're right. Because if you got shit on your arm or on your chest, if you just wiped it away with a piece of
gross.
paper, that wouldn't be enough.
Gross.
But for some reason, because it's on your asshole, the holiest of holies,
Yeah.
it's fine.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I feel like I'm reasonable here.
You are being reasonable. It's just a little funny.
Dude, bidets are common in
I
most of the
fucking
world.
love a bidet.
I wish I had a bidet on my toilet.
I would get one for like $30.
I know, the ones that go under the seat, right? I would do a bidet.
Yeah. They're
would.
fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been to a hotel that had heated water.
Yeah,
For the
you
bidet.
can hook it up to your sink.
Yeah.
It's cool. Yeah.
It was so nice.
Yeah, you spray your bum with some
Yeah.
nice warm water.
There was a fan on it. Have you seen the like Japanese ones? They're
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, they're great.
They're like toilet seats will massage your ass cheeks. There's like fans to dry
What?
you. Sticks a little tentacle up your butt. It's crazy. It's a good time.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it's Japanese, you know.
Yeah, fair enough.
Close us out on something, Chris. What do you got?
Well, I guess.
We got a little bit of time. I want something good.
Well, I have a couple things.
Okay.
One, I'm back on the grapefruits finally.
Back on the grapefruits.
Yeah. I've been off the grapefruits for a little while. The price got exorbitant on grapefruits there for a while. It got outrageous.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, to preface to people, I have for over a decade, I've had a grapefruit every single day in the morning for over a decade.
Mm-hmm.
I fresh squeeze a grapefruit every day. That's what I do. It's my thing.
Angel's grapefruit technique.
No, not Angel's grapefruit technique. Not the same. I just drink grapefruit every day. It's really good for your heart.
It is good for your heart.
Yeah.
If you're listening, women, as a heads up, grapefruit counteracts birth control medications. So
It
be
does,
careful.
yeah. Be careful. It actually, that's
It
a real
actually
thing.
does.
Yeah.
It's a real thing.
Most oral, oral contraceptive.
Yeah.
Yeah,
grapefruit, complete
fucks it up. Just
fucks
null
it
and
up.
void.
Yeah, just be careful. It's great for your heart if you're a dude.
Yeah, and if you're on
if you're
heart
not
medication, you probably can't have grapefruit because it's the same active ingredient.
I wish grapefruit wasn't so bitter.
I love it. It's perfect amount of tartness for the morning to wake you up.
Orange.
But so I'm back on that, which is great. I'm excited about it. I've been trying to be more health conscious. Trying to quit smoking. I've had 3 cigarettes in 2 days.
Here we go.
I'm going to go on the tobacco-less pouches.
Oh, the Zins?
Zins or White Fox, whatever I can get my hands on.
Where can you buy those? Can you just buy them anywhere?
No, they're fucking illegal here. You have to... It's
Oh,
dumb.
really?
Yeah, they want you to smoke in Canada. But I'm trying to get on those because you don't spit or anything. You just throw them in there. It's a little pouch of nicotine. I want to quit smoking. I'm determined.
Yeah?
I'm determined to quit smoking. Yeah.
Good for you.
Here
we go.
I don't like it anymore.
This is... No?
I don't like it the
That's
same way
why
I
you,
used to.
ran in the other day and were like, where's the fucking... You asked me for a cigarette an hour ago.
Yeah, but I didn't get one. Good start.
Because we're both out. That's why. That's the only reason why.
I know. I also don't have these Zen packs yet, so it's hard to fucking,
Yeah. I feel like it'd be nice. I think to myself twice a year, like, man, I miss chewing. And then I start chewing, and I was like, damn, I did not miss
Gross,
this.
yeah.
It's so fucking gross.
No, the Zen packs I think are better because there's no like gross tobacco in it.
I think that's going to be the next vaping, though.
No, they came and went that fad.
What, Zins?
Yeah, it's on its way out.
Is it on his way out
It's on its
already?
way out already. Because people like smoking, man. People like smoking or they like chewing.
I fucking love smoking.
Yeah. I know. I like smoking. I still like smoking cigars and stuff, but I just can't justify the amount of health damage that I am noticing I'm doing.
Yeah, it's catching up to you.
Yeah, like I'm
It catches up to you in your late 20s.
yeah, like I'm approaching 30 and I still go for runs. And like when I was 22, I improved my running ability while smoking.
Yeah, can't do that anymore.
Yeah, like now I'm just like holding it at bay and there's fucking nothing I can do. I have to quit.
You ever
I
get
wanna
that feeling like if you're out all night, especially if you're like outside, you're smoking the whole time, you wake up that tightness in your chest?
Yeah. Yeah, it's terrible for you.
Yeah, it's terrible for you. But
It is.
if only smoking didn't look so cool.
That's the problem is I feel like I'm in an episode of Mad Men every time.
Exactly! Dude, exactly.
Yeah.
That's
I love
just
it.
for the
I
kids
also
here.
just love it. I just love
The
like,
best part about smoking is how cool you look doing it. And it tastes good, feels good,
Yeah.
especially with a beer.
There's nothing quite like a thick drag right into the fucking lungs.
You know what, though? Like, usually winter makes me, like, lose the appeal of smoking.
Because it's cold and
It's
shitty.
cold
and
and
you
shitty.
stink like it after.
And you stink like it. But, like, winter morning, snow just fell, got your coffee, the first long
yeah.
drag. It's quiet out because it's snowing. You
Oh.
hear the crackle. Ugh.
That's fucked up. Don't say that.
I'm sorry, you're trying to quit.
Wow.
You're trying to quit smoking at the hardest time to quit smoking, which is the summer.
Yeah, I know.
This is this is prime smoking time.
Yep.
You're outside all the time.
I know. I need to quit.
Yeah.
I'm
Do
done.
it at the hard time.
I like taking the hard way.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
That is the type of guy you are.
That's my thing. I am infatuated with the labor intensive. You know?
What's your call to action this week?
Well, there's a couple calls to action. I don't have anything.
You don't have anything? No. All right. On behalf of me and Christian,
Trying to be a
keep
better
flushing
person.
those flushable wipes.
Don't. They're
Keep
not
flushing them.
flushable.
They say flushable on
They're
them.
not flushable.
Good to go.
No,
it's not causing any problems.
Ugh.
It's not clogging your plumbing. It's not fucking up the city's water system. They're totally.
I actually have a call to action.
Yeah.
People, it's not that hard to be happy. If you want to change your life. Get on top of your shit. I'm sick of hearing
God,
people.
what a fucking weird.
I'm sick of hearing people bitch about.
If you're depressed, don't be depressed
No,
anymore.
I'm sick of hearing people bitch about their fucking shitty job and then not leave and get a different job.
Just get a different job.
Just
Christian.
get a fucking different job. The labor force is hurt. This is a great time to go get a better job. If you hate your job, get a different job.
Okay, that's a nice call to action.
That's
I
a
guess.
fair. Yeah, if you hate it, leave. Do your own thing.
And then typical flushable wipes, car batteries in the ocean.
Do put all your car batteries in the ocean. You have to drive them out to New York, dump them in the river.
Yeah.
Just kidding. That,
if
river,
you do
that
an oil,
river's recovered a lot.
if you do an oil change, take that old oil, bottle it up responsibly, throw it in the Thames.
Thank you very much,
Thank
folks.
you very much.
Oh, yeah. Stay reasonable. Keep that.
It's down white boy.